Tyrone, you're the most coolest adult I know.
Bro, I don't even know you. What's your name? Layla?
Cut. I want to know if there was any advice you would give to your younger self, or just towards youth in general.
Okay, so the most important thing for any young person, or for anybody, is to really unpack what you're truly passionate about. We should all be doing what we're passionate about. A lot of times we get into routines that are hard to break. We get influenced by our parents, especially if you have foreign parents. You know, like sometimes foreign parents aren't happy unless you're a doctor or a lawyer. Everything else is trash to them, and they don't respect the arts. But you know, the most important thing is us as individuals doing what we're truly passionate about.
So what was that moment for you where you were just like, this is what I want to do, and I don't care about what anyone says, and what holds me back, I'm gonna do it?
I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I want to be on television. I tried out, didn't get the job. Tried out again, didn't get the job again. So I just started doing it on my own. You know, we opened up a blog called OneLoveTO.com, which was about celebrating the diversity of the people that make up the best city in the entire world, which is Toronto, the world in one city. And eventually, I was doing that. I was hosting segments, I was producing segments, I was hosting artists using my own contacts, you know, so eventually I got the job. You know what, I've just always been in a position where I've always given like mentorship or guidance to like young people in my neighborhood. And you know, they say, there's a saying that says teaching is for the teachers too. And the one thing that I realized was that you have to do you. You have to do what gets you excited. You have to be able to create a plan that you're so confident in and so dedicated to that when you go through good times and bad times, you're able to stick it out.
I want to know, if you could live in a different era, what would it be?
The idea is, no matter, if you got to choose what era you could live in, whether you were going to be, you didn't know if you were going to be a man or a woman. You didn't know if you were going to be white, black, Filipino, whatever. You didn't know if you were going to live in Atlanta, Georgia, or Guatemala. If you just had to pick a time to live in, the best time would be now. Why? Because it's a time where finally it's less violent. We also live in a time where more people are educated. We also live in a time where obviously we've never been this advanced with technology. There's so many like legit reasons why, even though there's tons of things happening around the world, and there's still sickness and death, and climate change is a real thing. We still live in a time now that is the best time to be alive. Well,
thank you so much, Tyrone.
Pleasure to meet you, Frank.
You're the cool.
I'm just playing, man. You gonna beat me up?
You're still the coolest adult I know, Mr. Tyrone.
You're the coolest almost adult that I know.